Dancing is the skill of making a certain set of motions to a music or tune. Dance performances are performed for the aim of amusement or as a hobby. Dancing can be turned into a job for someone who is passionate about it. Classical, hip-hop, robotic, and other types of dance exist. The entire performance must be choreographed, although it can also be freestyle. Any aspect of life is subject to change. Regardless of the positive outcomes, the process of change may be extremely stressful, leading to loss of choice, power, and position. When change occurs in the workplace, it can even lead to the loss of employment. People's reactions to change are often studied and managed with the use of a model known as the change curve.
He claims that throughout time, wolf populations would have split between those who were afraid of people, and those that weren't. As a result, I believe that domestication would have been aided. Wolves were taken as pets at this period. The process of domestication, however, may have occurred more than once, according to France, first in the West and then in Europe. Asia, as well as the Far East, are other potential destinations.
Teeth and bones are often used to estimate an individual's age. Great, if you have a body. Blood has been unsuccessfully used by researchers. T cells, a kind of immune cell, were utilized instead in this investigation. T-cell receptors match chemicals on bacteria, viruses, and even tumors, allowing them to identify intruders. Circular DNA molecules are also produced as byproducts of the biological process that generates these receptors.
Skinner's descendants, on the other hand, are making even the most ardent doubters re-evaluate their positions. See article. Schools throughout the world are embracing new tools to tailor instruction thanks to rich techies like Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates. If edtech proponents can resist the temptation to resurrect negative assumptions about how children learn, this may benefit hundreds of millions of youngsters imprisoned in dreary classrooms. If education technology is to be a success, it must serve the classroom, not the other way around.
Life and living creatures are studied in the natural science of biology, which includes their structure, chemical processes, physiological systems, and evolution. It is an unified and cohesive field that acknowledges genes as the fundamental unit of heredity and evolution as the motor that accelerates creation and extinction.
It is Kent's intention, in practice, to create a global campaign in order to broaden the scope of their services and attract new clients. With this goal in mind, he is trying to spread Coca-Cola manufacturing over the world. Furthermore, he continually keeps an eye on the work of his rivals in order to maintain his position at the top. When it comes to running a business, Kent is an expert in organizing and motivating personnel to their full potential.
Noise pollution is a type of pollution that has become increasingly dangerous in recent years. This pollution is only getting worse, resulting in a dangerous atmosphere. When the level of noise exceeds the typical level, it is referred to as noise pollution. When the level of noise crosses a certain threshold, it becomes hazardous to living things. Furthermore, these obnoxious sounds produce a slew of problems and disrupt the environment. In the Southern Ocean, a phytoplankton bloom the size of Australia was caused by smoke from Australia's Black Summer bushfires of 2019 to 2020, which burned across 18 million hectares of land. As the 21st century unfolds, so do the speeds of communication. Consider all of the many media pictures you are exposed to on a daily basis. Being able to decipher such visuals is just as vital as being able to decipher the plain text.
In addition to the financial costs of floods, heat waves, and droughts, every ton of carbon dioxide that humans produce comes at a price in human lives. If we drastically reduce emissions now, we can spare the lives of tens of millions of people in the coming century.
Businesses today deal with overseas clientele more regularly, necessitating an increased understanding of cultural sensitivity. Many companies are increasingly educating their employees on cultural etiquette, such as proper etiquette for greetings, attire, and time management.
Books are undeniably a blessing to humankind. And books being useful for us in many ways have earned the title of our best friend. Libraries are the storehouse of books of several genres where interested readers can spend time reading in silence or can borrow books by being a member of that library. Through this practice of reading, we humans also display a greater sense of being civilized.
A cup of unsweetened plain tea has about the same number of calories as a cup of coffee and no added sugar. What's in it, though, can alter the scenario. Fast food establishments' medium sweet tea and large iced latte both contain roughly 7 teaspoons of sugar. A daily intake of no more than 6 tablespoons is recommended by the American Heart Association (AHA). A child's willingness to help others without expecting anything in return can be observed as early as 14 months of age. While it was found that children as young as 3 will draw images on their own, a study of children aged 3 to 5 indicated that if they were given an incentive for drawing pictures, they would stop sketching altogether.
The U.S. market for automobiles and trucks is at a high point. A representative of the U.S. Bureau of Foreign and Domestic Commerce states that Japan is in a rich state and that the country is purchasing more vehicles than ever before, particularly huge ones. In addition to lowering the risk of some chronic illnesses, physical activity can help people lose weight, maintain a healthy weight, and improve their mental health. Physical exercise has dwindled in recent decades as more individuals choose for desk occupations rather than physically demanding ones. Some solar energy harvesting systems may not immediately produce power. Solar steam, for example, may be used to power turbines, which in turn create electricity. Solar steam may also be utilized for desalination, sanitation, and sterilization of equipment in distant areas. A new method has been developed that appears to be the most efficient way yet to generate steam from solar energy. Bacteria are minute organisms that cannot be seen with the naked eye. Bacteria can be found both inside and outside the human body. Bacteria can survive in a wide range of conditions, including hot water and ice. Bacteria are robust and clever organisms that can survive in harsh environments despite their small size. Bacteria have a strong protective layer that makes them more resistant to white blood cells.
Precipitation is a term used in meteorology to describe the droplets that form when water vapor condenses in the atmosphere and is attracted to the Earth by clouds. There are many different types of precipitation, but the most common include drizzle, rain, ice pellets, snow, graupel, and hail. In order for water vapor to condense and fall as rain, an area of the atmosphere must become saturated, reaching 100% relative humidity.